a little over 30 of some of the top leaders in the network marketing profession globally. I mean, when you really think about it, Tony Robbins says success leaves clues. So let's talk about our first speaker coming right out of the gate.
Yeah, she's amazing. She was a struggling college student, and then she joined network marketing, and she became actually one of the first female Asian multimillionaires. And that's a big thing, guys. I just wonder, Sherry, if you were like 25, 26, 27, 28, and want to be a millionaire, like, wow!
You know, it's what we dream for, right? I mean, she's been put into the Network Marketing Hall of Fame as one of the first ambassadors. She's absolutely crushing it. She co-authored the book, How to Become a Millionaire, 1 peso at a time. That's like 50 million pesos to become a millionaire. Please help us welcome Aika, Lorraine.
Amazing morning, everyone. Thank you very much, Business for Home, for having me here. Grateful to Ted for making this event possible. I'm so blessed to be given a chance to speak on what one needs to do to become a top leader. Before I go ahead and share on my topic, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Aika Lorraine Uy, and I'm from the Philippines. Friends and colleagues call me Aika. A few years ago, with the grace of God, I co-founded a marketing and distribution company at the age of 27, making me Asia's youngest network marketing founder, and I have learned that big time that it entails great responsibility, part of which is to cultivate a leadership culture that is focused on discipline, setting high standards, and the generation of wealth through networking, or doing network marketing with utmost integrity and without compromise. On a more personal note, I am the youngest among 4 siblings and blessed with parents who at an early age exposed us to what it means to run a family business. I was born and raised in a small town where we used to own a store that sells goods and other commodities, a place where I have vivid and fond childhood memories. Growing up, I was a natural achiever, and that because of the standards raised by my parents, which later on allowed me to study and take up an engineering course at the premier university, the University of the Philippines in Diliman. It was also at this time, at age 20, that I got introduced to the network marketing industry, and the rest is history. Looking back, one of the questions I needed to find an answer to as a network marketer is this: why do people, network marketer or not, still end up poor and unsuccessful? You see, ours is an industry where people from all walks of life can actually do the business. And while some become undeniably successful, there are still those that in spite of having stayed in network marketing, still end up poor and unsuccessful. I believe there are 3 crucial reasons for that. 1, they lack self-discipline. If we want greater things in the future, we need to make sacrifices in the present. In order to do that, we need to have self-discipline. 2, they seek success. Nothing wrong with that, right? Everybody wants to be successful. At least, I have not heard of anyone who seeks to fail. Have you? But is it really the one thing we ought to seek? 3, they're unaware of the principle of management. What do you mean, Aika? Does success require a degree or further studies on management in order to be rich and successful? Well, not really. And so, how exactly can people be rich and successful, as opposed to still end up poor and unsuccessful? Now let's talk about the first reason. There is a lack of self-discipline. It starts with you. When you don't have self-discipline, people will not believe what you say. People will not trust you. And people will not like you. You are not a leader if you are not self-disciplined. There is a natural disdain for people who lack discipline. All success starts with self-discipline. It is a strong foundation of successful people, and it is the root of leadership. Having it is one of the hardest habits to start, but when you get used to it and begin to embrace it, you can't help but appreciate its importance in your life. You don't have to be the smartest person in the room. You just need to be the most disciplined. People who are self-disciplined would always beat the smart ones. A disciplined person will attract people because people are naturally drawn to disciplined people. Athletes are featured on commercials because they are disciplined. Why are most people poor? You need to understand that poverty is not the problem. It is the result. People are poor because they lack self-discipline. I personally experienced this in this industry. At age 21, I thought I have already built a solid team and income. I started taking vacations with friends. I stopped network activities for about a month. Slowly, my income started to go down. When I finally decided to return, the entire group no longer exists. I have to start from scratch again. All the while, I was thinking I have made unshakable solid network, but in a snap of a finger, it all disappeared. Needless to say, I had to start over and learn discipline and sacrifice the hard way. Would you like to know what your true network income is? Stop all your network activity for about 2 to 3 months. If your income stays the same or goes up, that means you have built your team and successfully made leaders under you. But for example, you've been earning $300,000 a month. Then you stop all your network activity and your income drops drastically. It only proves that you don't have leaders who are multi-generational thinkers. What do you mean, Aika? It means they are not just thinking of themselves. When they set goals and dream big dreams, they are thinking of the generations that will come after them. That is just how they are wired to think. Let me ask you a question. Have you been thinking of the generations after you? Or have you just been thinking about yourself? Are your goals for your family, your children, your children's children? Or you haven't even started setting goals yet? Having self-discipline will not only be beneficial for you, it has a ripple effect to the generations after you. If you're a good parent, you would have started thinking about these things. What kind of inheritance are you leaving for your children? It's part of being mature, responsible, and self-disciplined. Discipline means you are capable of making sacrifices now for your greater future. You begin to concentrate on things that would bear much fruit. Sacrificing today means securing a better future. It is not an easy feat. You sacrifice the things you want to do today because you wanted to give your family the quality of life that they deserve in the future. And this may go on for years. You have to be on the lookout for anything that is not helping you achieve your dreams. And put an immediate stop to each one of them. Like watching TV, YouTube, Netflix, hanging out with friends for leisure activity. at what you do or a chosen field that people cannot help but notice you. Tony Robbins said this: "The single most important and potent way to expand your income is to devise a way to consistently add real value to people's lives, and you will prosper." Are you consistently adding real value to the people around you? Speaking of Tony Robbins, he is a classic example of a person who has made himself in demand when it comes to his speaking skills. Because of that, people are willing to pay him just to hear him speak. He has become so good at what he does that people can't ignore him. Branded items are another example. Think about Gucci, LV, Hermes. Why are we paying so much for these items? You know why? Because we are paying for the name attached to it. That is the value of their name. A Richard Mille branded watch would cost around $300,000 to $1 million. Why? Because they know the value that goes with their name. People are willing to do just about anything to get hold of it. They fall in line to buy this watch. The company runs out of supply because of the demand for their watches. They don't have to beg or force people to buy it. People are willing to adjust to the price they dictate because that is how valuable they have made their brand to be. Be valuable. Create value and add value, and then people will pay you. I have a question. If someone had to think about something that reminded them of you, what would it be? Say Michael Jordan. What comes to your mind? Tiger Woods, Zig Ziglar, or Manny Pacquiao? What comes to mind when you hear of these names? What about your name? Now you will have to think about that. Become so good at what you do or field of expertise that people can ignore you. The world is filled with common people. But as for you, you aim higher. Develop your gift. Focus on that one thing. Master your gift. How valuable are you? Stop seeking success. Instead, seek to become a person of value. How? By developing yourself. Put in the work needed to develop yourself as a leader, and the company will pay you for that. Make it a goal to make yourself better every day. Someone who isn't excelling on their craft. When you have made yourself valuable, time will come that people will be approaching you and asking how they can join your team. You will be amazed at how people would want to be under your leadership. Why? Because you have made yourself. There is no need to post or do extensive marketing. People will come to you automatically, and there's no more room for bargaining. Don't seek success. Seek to become a person of value. Become so good at what you do or the field you are in that people can't ignore you. Make this your goal. Create a name for yourself and build a powerful legacy. Now let's go for reason number 3 as to why people are still poor and unsuccessful. It's because they are unaware of the principle of management. Management means you do not own what you currently have, all these material things. It means in charge of. We are not the owners, but only managers of what we possess. All that we have now, all the blessings, even the material stuff like cars, houses, money, network, wisdom, knowledge, or rank, everything is just entrusted to us. So ultimate owner, and we are just the managers. And ultimately, what the owner wants is that we can be good stewards of whatever is entrusted to us, right? For example, you entrusted your car to your brother. Would you like him to take good care of it and have it returned in perfect condition? Yes, of course. The Lord wants us to do the same. He wants us to take good care and be a good steward of the things He has entrusted us with. Management is the effective, efficient, correct, and timely use of another person's property and resources for the purpose for which they were delegated. But it doesn't stop with that. Management also means that whatever is being managed would have an added value when returned to the rightful owner. Management implies that when you return, whatever it is that you are managing, it is supposed to be better, and you need to understand that God will never give you what you pray for, only what you can manage. For example, you're praying for an income of $1 million a month, and yet you can't even manage the money you have now. You spend it on non-valuable things. I gave you 100 yesterday, and you spend it on non-valuable things. Do you think God will entrust you with $1 million? Of course not. Question: if you will ask and keep on praying that you will be blessed with a large sum of money, do you think God will entrust you with? Why? Because you mismanaged the money He has blessed you with the first time around. You were not able to handle it properly. Worst, it can even bring you to ruin. It's the same here in our industry. You're praying for a big network of leaders, but you can't manage your emotions, you can't manage your own time, you can't even manage your own self. How will God give you what you pray for? He can only entrust you with what you can manage. You know why? Because God is protecting that big network of leaders from you. He will entrust leaders only to those who can manage leaders, so they can be in the hands of a faithful manager. You're praying for a big house, and yet you can even clean or fix your things in the house you're currently renting. You're praying for your own car, and yet you can't even take good care of the car you borrowed from your property. How will God entrust you with a property of your own, right? For example, you have a 5-year-old kid who wants to borrow your car going to school. Needless to say, that kid can't drive, and no parent on his right mind would be willing to let their kid borrow the car because they know the kid cannot manage it. To economize means to get the maximum out of the minimum. When the Lord entrusts us, even with the little things, we should make the most out of it. We have to learn how to make it grow. He watches your management to see if you can handle what you're asking for. Never pray beyond your ability to manage. Money is very easy to get. Money is supposed to come to you. So if it keeps, and when you mismanage what God gave you, you will lose it. Whatever you mismanage, you will lose. So no matter how small your income is, learn to manage it well. Your organization may be small at the moment, but learn how to take good care of them. Have your own place yet? Learn to take care of your place. Clean it up. Make sure you are properly using and taking care of your things. When God sees that you are ready, responsible, prepared, and can manage things properly, He will be happy and glad to grant the desires of your heart. So if you want to know the principle of management. As I end, let me leave you with these quotes. One comes from a well-known historical figure of all time. Albert Einstein said,
by Robert Kiyosaki. That book absolutely changed everything because it changed my mindset. You're going to hear a lot about mindset. It's one of the key factors of helping you really become successful is you've got to program this in order to create results, right? So Rich Dad, Poor Dad taught me about how to not work for money, but how to have money work for me. And that's one of the reasons I love network marketing. Like you guys back home in all of the different countries, more than 100 different countries, you know that you don't want to trade time for dollars. You want to have money working for you. And this next speaker absolutely figured this out. He comes from the United Arab Emirates. And I just got back from Dubai. I mean, you've been to Dubai. We went to Dubai. Was that incredible?
It's just amazing over there, and incredible people, and they see the opportunity of the industry as well.
Yeah,
so.
I call it like the city of gold. I mean, it was absolutely awesome.
Yeah.
This guy has built a team of over 120,000 distributors doing 1.4 million customers, I mean, in more than 60 different countries. He's crushing it.
He's absolutely crushing it, but that's not how he got started. He actually had a very tough journey. His life was not easy, but he found a way to really set himself up for success by not giving up, and he will share with you how to set milestones. So please give it up for Khalid Shah.
Good morning, networkers all over the world, all over the universe. It's my extreme pleasure to be here on the stage in this spectacular growth event organized by Business for Home. Firstly, allow me to thank our great host for this great introduction, and allow me to introduce myself. For 38 years married with 3 beautiful daughters. My journey in this great industry started almost when I was a university kid, when I was almost 21 years old, when I started the first time with all this excitement and passion and hype, believing and thinking of being that young millionaire. And the industry goes up and down. From college, work as an engineer, and stayed working and building in this great industry part-time until 2008, after 9 years, when I was in one of the very big events and more than 10,000 attendees. The click happened there. The decision had been taken there because I met one guy there. He was per year as a project manager, engineer, consultant, working in one of the biggest consultant engineering company, and did some of the biggest projects in the world, like the downtown Boulevard. And that time I decided to look into this industry seriously. And that when I decided to look at our industry big time, and I took a decision. And that's why I'm here tonight, to help each one of you, to help you, to help her, to help every one of you, our thousands of great audience all over the world, to take a decision. You can see that quote. Make your decision based on your vision, not your history. And the first step of making a decision is dreaming big. And that's what every one of you heard. That's what every one of you have heard from your upline, from your mentors in the international event. But before talking about answer that question, the same question that I was asking myself, why my dreams could come through network marketing? Why network marketing is a vehicle that could take me to my dream. I'm not going to talk about that in details, but I'm just going to give you some hints about some official statistics from international universities around the world. Industries like real estate, stock market, insurance industry, different industries. And they have taken a case study from each industry, 5,000 students. Then they look at the life of those students 5 years after graduation. And they took a statistic, what was the percentage of the year out of each industry? And here's the surprise. Among all the industries, network marketing was the winner. Not only that, network marketing had a success rate twice higher than the highest among them. So number one, you are into an industry that has the highest success rate in the world. Secondly, if any one of you want to start a traditional business tonight, the first thing you need, the first thing you want is a capital. $50,000, $100,000, $200,000, depending on where you are. What is the percentage of the population on earth that's too small? Do you have the right idea? Do you have the know-how? Do you have all the other things? So the second important thing of our great vehicle is what? That it has almost no risk and have the same opportunity of growth, if not bigger. So tonight you have an opportunity, you have a vehicle that has the highest. Today, it was the biggest industry that graduated US millionaires less than 40 years old. So yes, your dreams can become true. So for you to take a decision, you gotta dream big. Why should I dream big? Because every great achievement on this earth started with a dream. Anything, the satellite, the electricity, the mobile, every great achievement on earth started with a dream. It was a dream in someone's mind. Believed in it, work in it until it became a reality. And why not to dream big? You deserve it. Don't underestimate yourself. You're the chosen one. How am I the chosen one? Do you know during your birth, go and ask your doctor. You were chosen among 40,000 one else. 40,000 sperms were fighting to get a life, and you were one of them. Yes, you were chosen among 40,000 one else to be given. Dream big. You deserve it. You can do it. This is something that God has given to you. And while working to your dreams, ladies and gentlemen, you gotta focus at the sunshine. You gotta be so focused at your dream. There once was a kid who just woke up, went straight to the window. He was looking at the sunrise. It was black dot. And by the time he finished cleaning the window, the sun has gone. Don't let small disturbances make your dream gone away. Be laser focused. Be laser focused on your dreams. That's one of the most important pillars of working to your dreams. And one of the very beautiful Bob Wyland. Bob Wyland in 1986 had run the 24-mile marathon. Now, what is so special about that? He had run the marathon in 98 hours and 40 minutes. Wow, that's so long. Yes, but that gentleman had lost his leg in the Vietnam War. He was crawling, he's putting his hand on the ground and moving his body like this, putting the hand and moving the body, doing that for 98 hours. When the reporter, after he reached the finish line, ran to him and wanted to interview him, he was removing his gloves. His hand was fully bleeding. How could you do that? It was like I was focusing at the finish line. I was looking at the finish line. If your dream is big and you're so focused on it, whatever's gonna happen does not matter. And during building or dreaming big, while you are trying to achieve your dreams, one of the most important pillars achieving your dreams is setting a milestone. You want to go to Portopanos, Dom Pepe, enjoy the beaches, enjoy excitement, and you want to drive from Madrid to Marbella. You took the car, it's almost 6-hour drives. Imagine that your drive from Madrid to Marbella, 6-hour drives, if the The top earner in your company did not join yet. Yes, he did not join yet. The prospect that you're going to meet tonight, tomorrow, could be the next top earner, the next top leader. But you can never get to that top earner when you're carrying a package on your back. If you don't get rid of your past, if you're approaching him and thinking, oh, I still didn't make that big success. I still didn't sign up too much people. I still didn't, you know, it's not easy to run a 100-mile marathon or a 10 miles marathon carrying one on your back. Get rid of your past and remember, every day you wake up in the morning, every day is a new day. Welcome to day one. Same excitement, same energy. And remember, the top earners still didn't join because during your journey, during your success, something so exciting happened. It is a war. And you need to win that war. What is that war, Mr. Khaled? Simply, each one of us have two persons inside of him. You've got Mike and you've got John. Mike is the Superman. Mike is the person that wants you to go and work out. Work your dreams, do presentations, do invitation, close, build with your team. John is like what Malaysians say, lepak person. Is the person who wants you to relax, have a cup of tea, have a beer, enjoy here, go there, go to the matches. This war starts since the day you join. But remember, John is a very smart person. He's very smart stopping you from achieving your dreams. Let me give an example. Let's say one day you came back home. Out of 8 hours working, 3-4 hours in traffic, 12 hours exhausted, just relaxed in your sofa, got your shoes off, your socks off, start drinking that fresh juice, and the whole house is filled with a nice smell of food cooked by your mother or your wife, and you're visualizing that beautiful dish in front of you, and suddenly you got a call. Hello, Mr. Mike, how you doing? I am now with two prospects. They're so powerful. I need you to please come now to help me close them. What are you gonna say? Tell me something. In a leadership meeting, we're planning to expand in Vietnam and Australia. It's a very important call. I can't be with you tonight, but I'm sure you're a great person. You're gonna make it. I'll follow up with you tomorrow. I'm so busy now. See you tomorrow. Ting, beep, beep. Then you just relax. Woo, that's John. He's so smart. He's not idiot. John doesn't survive in this event because he's scared from me. He cannot fight me back. I'm big. A spectacular event in 3 days. He'll be waiting for you outside your home, outside your office. It's like, psst, that was a great event, right? But you work another 48 hours of relaxing. We need to kill that John, guys. The more John gets stronger, the more you're gonna get away from dream. The more Mikes get stronger, the closer you are. We're gonna kill that voice to be able to take a decision. Taking a decision. Do you think that you have taken a decision yet? Do you think that when you bought that package of fantastic service of product for $500 or $1,000, whatever it is, you took that decision? No, you did not. You just bought a fantastic service or product. But ask yourself, are you married to your business or you just dating it? Is it something extra? Am I taking this project as serious as it is? Is it something that's going to change my life and my whole life? We need tonight, every one of us, you, Sarah, Muhammad, Ali, John, Alex, every one of you, we need to take that firm decision that this is our destiny and this is we're gonna make it. We need to take a decision that this is our $1 million business. We've heard that a lot. $1 million business, but what does it mean? If you want your business to work for you, if you want to dinner, he owns a company or he's a partner in one company, and he was asking me about our schedule for this week, our presentation, training, the weekly activities and the DMOs. And I was telling him we have this, we have that, we have this. It was almost 50 hours of work per week. And he was like, wow, Khaled, that's too much. Whoa, God. But those activities are divided among almost 10 leaders. So each leader gets almost 5 hours a day. So I asked him, Muhammad, when did you go to your company last Monday? He's like, 8:30, 9 o'clock. When you came, but that's my company. I told him, that's what I'm talking about. The moment you treat your business as your $1 million business, as your company, you won't find 50 hours a week is too much. This is your project. You gotta set the commitment. You gotta choose 3 to 5 years system. This business, you can do it full-time or part-time, but you cannot do it sometime. Some people, they try to build our great business like Howard tried to lose weight. You can see my beautiful six packs, right? This is how they used to build it. I remember believe it or not, I was a bodybuilder. I was fit. I was working out 4 to 5 hours every day. But when I started working as an engineer and building network marketing, go back home and eat a bunch of food, it's okay because I was burning out. But when I stopped working out, I never stopped eating. So I kept on eating. I put on almost 30 kg. I got to 120 kg. Then I realized, wow, I'm getting more weight. That was 7 years back. So I started every diet program you can imagine. In some months, I used to spend Rocker burger. I miss that cheesy steak. And I start eating back twice as I used to be for 5, 6 months. Then after 5, 6 months, I'm excited again. Let me do the diet. I do the same diet, keto, blah, blah, blah. Do this, lose some weight, then again gain the weight. Why? Because I was decided to put a system for my working out. And only in the last 10 months, I've lost almost 7 kg. Some people, they build our great business. Sometimes it doesn't work. You gotta choose a system, 3 to 5 year system. You gotta be consistent. Either you decide to do it full time. It's not a lottery, ladies and gentlemen. It is a business for you and for your family. It's something for every one of you. Out there to fulfill your dreams. It's a better way. It's not perfect, but it is a better way. Do your pipeline, do your daily, work with your upline, work with your mentor, and use your tools. Simple is very important, because if your system is not duplicable, it serves no purpose. So use your whisper script, invitation script, company videos, team presentations. Because let me tell you one secret, and I'm sure that you've heard it from your upline. You know what is the only reason on earth to make someone join your business? He believes that he can do it. If the person believes that he can do the business, then he'll join you. So by using tools, videos, scripts, PowerPoints, duplicable, he will say, well, I can do that. I can share the same video. I can send the same whisper. I can send the same message. And at the same time, it looks professional. This is how you treat your business as a million. And last, you achieve your dreams, the moment that you buy your dream house, the moment that you take your family to your dream vacation, the moment that you feel the glory of your success. But if you quit, you're going to always remember that. And I do want our great audience here tonight to be among the quitter, because each one of you deserve a big round of applause, because you're showing the commitment of being in such event, writing notes. I do want to spend much more time, because I want to give some more time to our great speakers after me, who's gonna share all the great story. But finally, every one of you, I wish you love, peace, success. And I'm going to watch you and see each one of you in our next offline events. But I don't want to watch you there, watching people on the stage. I want you to be here, standing on the stage, because if you believe so, you will do so. God bless you all with all my love. I wish you love, peace, success, and let's rock and roll. See you on the top.
Hello guys. Maybe you have seen it, but we have a small problem. And what is happening is that our translation tool probably got hacked by some people who really like to destroy the fun we have. I think this translation were in the beginning top. Our apologizes for that. We are trying to fix it at this moment, but as you can understand, this is quite top technology, which you not like this can change. Anyway, what we will do for some time, we will put the translation tool out, or no indication at this moment how long that will be. Anyway, we will be back soon. And again, my apologizes, and we will deal with the challenge. Thank you.
Yeah, challenges are always there.
You know what? I mean, the thing is, what we're just talking about is adversity, setbacks, and it's going to happen to you. You know, the key to being a great leader is to fail forward, but you do have to be willing to fail. I mean, we know that, right?
It's not just life, it's all for sure when you build your business. So yeah, you know, we fix it and we just move on. That's life. So.
And we've had some I mean, you've had struggles in life, right?
Yeah,
some pretty big setbacks.
Many struggles.
I mean, maybe if Esther gets to share one day, you know, she got in a really bad accident story, and a little bit like setbacks happen. So let's talk about our next set of leaders. The next set of leaders that I want to introduce you to, there's actually two speakers coming at you back to back. I'm going to introduce you to Chad and Natita Chong. They live in the United States. They're growing a business globally. What I love about them is they actually come from an entrepreneur family, a network marketing family, and guess what? They actually followed the path of success, got out there and crushed it in their 20s, made their first million. I mean, we keep seeing this thing. I don't know what took me so long. I was in my 30s. Come on, right?
I was in my 40s, so.
You know, the key is it's going to happen no matter how old you are. It doesn't matter. But the point is, this family got out there. They put all of their passion, their energy, and their enthusiasm into training their teams internationally, coaching them and doing everything they could to succeed. They've got businesses all across Europe, Asia, Australia, the United States. And let's talk about our other speaker.
Yeah, she's amazing. It's Ada, and she is actually from Mexico, but she lives in California. She lives only an hour away from where we live in Southern California. And I know her journey was a struggle financially. The company she's joining right now actually made her feel very special. She's shining. She's amazing. She recruits so many people on her team. She has thousands of people on her team. She's just a people person. She's amazing. You will love her. I do love her. She's Spanish speaking. How are you? Woo!
Hi everyone, I'm Natita,
And my name is Chad Chong.
and we are so excited to be here at this Business for Home Growth Conference. You know, thank you so much to Ted and Denny for offering this. Able to have personal development, so give them a super round of applause. You know, for those of you who don't know myself and Chad, we've actually been in the industry for now 18 years full time and 21 years full time.
Natina, do you start when you were 2?
Yes, I'm 18 and 21 years full time. Crazy.
You know what? Actually, I met Natita's mom and dad, who are superstars in this industry, before I actually met her. And Natita actually met my parents before she met me. Our parents have been in this industry for a very long time, very successful. We are second generation network marketers. You know what? My mom was probably doing a presentation when I was in her belly.
You know, for my myself and Chad, we always have the saying of "you got me before hello." You know, but you know, I don't have long working hours. I remember since the age of 5, I was watching my parents excel in the industry. So I remember they're on stage, you know, training like hundreds of people at that time. And I was at the back of the room at the age of 5, and I was thinking, I want to do that one day, you know, and because I grew up in that environment, I knew no other. You guys will hear on a platform like this, you know, like from this before to now this after. I thought my story wouldn't inspire